Welcome back, Orleans, to more Dragon Age Origins. Ready for some in-game shit? Me too. Let's wrap it up, B. This will be the end of the Awakening. This very well may be the last video. I've done all the rune building I'm gonna do. Unfortunately, I missed a lot of recipes in Amaranthine and could not get any real good Paragon stuff for my armor because I burned it to the fucking ground. No big deal. Didn't really need it. Probably couldn't afford it too much. I'm down to 40 gold after, from around 400, 300, whatever, after doing what I've done. So what have I done? Well, I've got Lug Paragon rune for Lightning, Flame, and Frost. So he gets 21 extra damage and Elemental. For his armor, I hooked him up with a Paragon Tempest rune, which gives him the greatest chance to avoid missile attacks. He also has the Evasion rune, which gives him +5 chance to dodge attacks, and a Journeyman Stout rune, which gives him +4 Constitution. I was trying to make Paragon Stout runes. Unfortunately, didn't have the correct recipes to do it all. Moving on, Ogren also has Cold Fire, Electrical, Paragon runes in his axe. For his armor, he has the Grandmaster Tempest rune, an Endurance rune, helps out with fatigue, and also has a Journeyman Stout rune. Merrick's blades got Paragon Frost and Paragon Lightning, so at least everyone's main weapon is decked out with Paragon runes. Her dagger has a Grandmaster Hail rune for resistance, an Elemental rune, which is nice, it's +2 damage from each of the elements, and then the Expert Paralyze rune. I hooked up her subsets with whatever I had left over. Same with Lug. Anders does not have slots on his stuff. I gave Ageless a couple little runes here. And of course Lug has these other swords, which I didn't put anything in. No biggie. We'll probably just be using their main weapons anyways. And I wanted to take Lug's going to be able to import into 2 more DLCs, so I wanted to save some gold. Anyways, let's fucking get it on, man. We're heading to the Mother's Lair. Dragonbone Waste. Gonna be a lot of little children to kill.
Consider it done.
Fade Walker boots. Light boots. Willpower, +15 defense, spirit resistance. Those are nice. Those will definitely upgrade Anders. He just has +12 defense. Whoa, everyone get the fuck over. Kind of running all over the place. You should all be attacking the buildings, my friend. Well, this shit sucks.
All right.
Legends speak of a place where dragons go to die. In the far south, in the lands of the barbarian tribes, it is said that a dragon at the end of her days lies down and allows the bitter cold to take her. It's not just a legend. I have seen drakes fall with my own eyes. The ancient bones of these grand beasts piled atop one another. I felt the power that would suffuse this place and knew the Imperium would claim it. We built a city on the bones. We delved deeper in the earth, collecting what remained of the primordial dragons who were so like our old gods. With these bones we created staves for our magisters, armor for our warriors, and crowns for our archons. We fashioned phylacteries to hold our blood, and sarcophagi to hold our bodies, and prayed they would make us immortal. Alas, they did not.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Fuck do I gotta go here?
Tarks.
You got fucking battered. Don't want to really get too close with my mage. For those kind of reasons. One's on top of it, bro. Was guy does not drop you anything, by the way. He's a Jewish dragon. No, not that much better. Weaker armor. It is tier 9 though. 5% chance to dodge attacks. She's already got that with her fucking dagger anyways. I don't know if that shit stacks. It doesn't feel like it does, that's for sure.
Targets. Kill them.
Consider it done.
What are you fucking retards doing?
Ready to express the hell.
Who's next?
You got fucked up, bitch!
This to the rescue.
Seriously? Put that motherfucker down!
The rescue.
Yeah, we need to make sure we search all the pods here and take all these crystals and fill out all these sockets. +3 willpower, +15 resistance. No. No, thank you.
As quickly as I can. And this to the rescue.
By fitting 4 crystals into the sockets in the ruins, you have reactivated an Inventor Relic that may aid you against the Mother. Other towers still remain dormant. So this basically gives us special powers at the end. We have Tower of Flame now. Blast a single enemy target.
I'm betting that Winter built this. The question is, why?
God damn it. fuck out of here.
Actors to the rescue.
And so we meet again. No, Uther. That is not how this must begin. I owe you an apology, Commander. When last we met, I intended to explain myself. Fate, however, intervened.
I escaped, you mean?
I restrained you, only to prevent the misunderstanding that occurred with the rest of your order.
Yeah, the sort of misunderstanding that ends with a field of dead bodies. I get those sometimes.
I sent the Withered to ask for the Grey Warden's help. I should have anticipated that you might view our approach as an attack. I am rarely able to judge how your kind will react. It was most unfortunate.
Unfortunate? You took those men and bled them dry.
The Grey Wardens that were brought to me were already dead. I took their blood just as I took yours, because I had little choice. Things have not gone as I planned. I only ask that you hear me out. Should you still wish to slay me afterwards, you may try.
I'll hear you out.
My kind has ever been driven to seek out the old gods. This is our nature. When we find one, a blight is begun. Each time we attack your surface lands and you fight back until we are defeated. To break the cycle, my brethren must be freed of their compulsion. For that, I need Grey Warden blood.
How would you free the Darkspawn?
In order to become what you are, you drink the blood of my kind. To transform. Similarly, we must transform. I have created a version of your joining that uses the blood of Grey Wardens. You take the taint into yourself. What we take is your resistance. That is how my brethren are freed. In your blood lies the key to their immunity against the call of the old gods.
I like my blood where it is, in my veins.
Okay.
Once they are freed,
That was
the
fucking weird.
Darkspawn think for themselves. They speak. They act. Some, however, have reacted poorly. They are flawed and they rage against me. The Mother gathers them to stop me, as she seeks to stop you. I cannot defeat the Mother alone, and I cannot free the Darkspawn unless she is defeated. Our goals are the same.
This reeks of stupid. The last thing we need is more Darkspawn thinking for themselves.
Help me kill the Mother, and after it is done, I will leave to continue my work.
What is the Mother exactly?
My most flawed creation. Freedom drove her mad, and she has poisoned the minds of the others. She has influence with the ones who have not been freed, and she gathers them as an army. I do not seek to rule, my brethren. I only seek to release them from their chains.
How did you become freed?
I was born as I am, an outsider amongst my kind, Why? I do not know. Why do some of your kind become Grey Wardens? Why do some possess magic? I have no answers.
Perhaps the other Darkspawn don't want to be free.
And how would they know when the choice has been deprived of them? Without choice, there is only one path before them, and that leads to the Blight. I believe there is another way.
No, I'm gonna kill you.
Looks like you're passing up an interesting opportunity. But who am I to say?
How very unfortunate. But I cannot blame you. You are as bound to your nature as we are to ours. I am sorry, Uther. It appears that I will not be able to keep my promise after all. You will have to forgive me, Commander, for fighting to preserve my destiny.
Well, I'm gonna forgive you, alright. Look, maybe this guy can't help me, but he also has equipment that I want.
Out there.
You'll be a fine
I've
friend.
got him. My mate is up there. Consider it done.
It's time to get all my spells back. Thank you.
Consider it done.
This guy's got some fucking power, that's for sure.
Direct me.
I think Sigrun is getting hit by... a bunch of bullshit.
Mike's all yours, bungling.
So yeah, if you don't kill him, he gives you a the Architect's Pyre. With him an ally, you can summon a powerful Inferno. I don't know. I wanted to kill him. I wanted his belt and his robes.
Grey Wardens seem to do a lot of walking.
Can I get you a ladder?
And I wanted
Get
that
off
belt.
my back?
I didn't want to make the ending any fucking easier than it's already gonna be. That's a sick belt right there. Sash of Power. little bit of an upgrade. Now we have the Tower of Trauma, this long dormant Teventer artifact is capable of stunning all creatures in the area. So we got a stun there. And we're on the last leg until the boss. Where's my little, I got a new spell here. My tree root shit. You cross specific mod requires one of nature. Horn blades, bitches! I'll just show off some new spells, right? I'm a fucking druid. So I can't move when I'm one with nature. Creates a defensive field that immobilizes the keeper for as long as the spell is active, but inflicts nature damage and penalty movement speed on any enemy that enters the field. Could be another little optional shield there.
Consider it done.
Tree mode! Tree mode off! Bunch of gay shit at the end of this. Should be handing me fucking tons of gold or something. Not this bullshit.
To the rescue.
Be down there in 1 second. Just hold your fucking horses. Yeah?
Yes, I can.
Think so, motherfuckers?
Consider it done. As quickly as I can. Consider it done. Consider it done.
What's shaping?
Missing a crystal somewhere. That's one of the harder chests in the game, man. Sigrun, she dominated its dick. Definitely want Tower of Healing. Missed a chest way back at the beginning. That's where the last crystal was. Whoops. It's final boss time. Pretty cool level, I like it. Little larva pods and dragon bone everywhere. There we go. Now we got everything but the architect ability, which is fine by me. Lug made it to level 33.
If it isn't the hero of the hour, the slayer of the mighty father, come to claim a reward. Oh, what a delicious day.
That's a lot of nipples.
They just get bigger and uglier, don't they?
By the ancestors. Do all brood mothers smell this bad?
Am I not beautiful? Has the Grey Warden come now to slay the mother too? Will she join the father in oblivion?
Who was the father?
He called himself Architect, but that did not change what he was. He said he wanted to free us, but all he brought us was silence. Dreadful silence. But now the father is gone. The mother can take her children deep into the earth and care for them, safe and sound.
You'll breed no more, monster. You're an ugly, too many titty bitch.
Then the silence ends here. Perhaps we will hear the song again when we die. Oh, let it come. Let it come.
Holy shit, you need to brush.
Dead creatures!
Read a little strategy here. Oh, that bitch drained all my mana.
Ready to dispense the herd.
Keep him healed up.
Yes, I can.
Oh man, I didn't have my spells on. What the fuck? Holy shit, fuck. Oh man, that's bad. And I missed him, wherever the fuck he is. That'll give me my revive back. fuck is my dwarf, man? This is really bad without Ogren. Ah, fuck. Are you fucking stupid, dude? Oh, you goddamn dumb motherfucker.
I'll get up. Mercy from me!
She's fucked if I, Shit. That's it. Fuck it. Awakening. Done. See you next DLC. Eat that, bitch. After the deaths of both the Architect and the Mother, nearly all the remaining Darkspawn fled back into the deep roads like a bunch of little bitches. The raids on Amaranthine came to an abrupt end. Although some of the Architect's disciples likely escaped into the deep roads with the rest of their brethren, they have, so far, shown no inclination toward vengeance against the Grey Wardens who killed their savior. Yet the deep roads remain plagued by Darkspawn, and it seems certain that in time another blight will begin. The danger may have passed for now, but the cycle of the old gods continues. Because you didn't let the Architect survive? Well, I guess then I did the evil choice. The destruction of Amaranthine did not endear the Grey Wardens to the people of Ferelden. Although much of the citizenry Wanting to forget the terrible event and get on with their life, a small segment pledged to exact revenge against the Wardens. People whispered that the commander of the Grey was trying to influence Ferelden politics once again, and suggested the burning of Amaranthine was part of a larger plot to gain power. The rumors grew until a mob appeared at the gates of Vigil's Keep. Although most of the rioters were shown mercy and survived the bloody clash, public opinion of the Grey Warden turned sour for years, until the Wardens led an effort to rebuild Amaranthine. The war devastated the farmholds of the Arling, and the land would never truly recover from their loss. Most of the Arling lay fallow because of the breeding grounds for bandits and worse. Only the roads and the few scattered settlements could provide any safety in the abandoned region. The annals of the Grey Warden hailed Commander Luglug's defense of Vigil Keep a crucial victory. The Order's more clever recruits often spent days studying the account in an attempt to understand the commander's tactics. Peace allowed the Wardens to replenish their numbers. Soon Vigil's Keep bore a capable army with Wardens at its core. From their ranks emerged new heroes to challenge threats to Amaranthine and all of Ferelden. Through taxes and levies, the Vigil was rebuilt. Years later, Voldric Glavenok stood at the battlements and pronounced that the defenses were acceptable. He would never speak more highly of any human engineering. Some nobles claimed the Grey Wardens were involved in the Ban Esmeralda's disappearance on the eve of the final battle against the Darkspawn. Dark whispers hint that a conspiracy to oust the Wardens from Amaranthine is still afoot. The commander's blade, Vigilance, crafted from the bones of the ancient dragon, was boldly stolen by Antivan crows. The blade changed hands many times thereafter, with some master swordsmen pursuing the weapon their entire life. Some claim that this legendary blade has had a life of its own, and that its power is steadily growing. Dworkin Glavenak further refined Lyrium's sand explosives and left the Warden in employ after Qunari mercenaries tried to assassinate him. Although the Dwarven bombardier took his secrets with him, they learned, say he left clues for others to follow in his footsteps. The Vigil soldiers, wearing the distinctive silver-red armor the Master Wade crafted, became known as the Silver Order. Under the tutelage of the Wardens, the Silver Order developed into one of Ferelden's most revered military forces, a lasting memory of the Vigil's famous commander. With Vlena and the Architect gone from the region, the Pilgrim's Path began to see traffic again. The massacre of the militiamen and the merchants, however, led to hostilities between the neighboring human settlements and any Dalish clans that passed by. One human villager soon kidnapped and murdered a Dalish child. The clans reacted by giving the Windingwood a wide berth, and both sides known that at some point the elves would return for revenge. A few years after Calharol was emptied of Darkspawn, Orzammar began sending expeditions to rediscover the knowledge of smithing that had been lost within the tide. Eventually, House Helmi decided that Calharol was too important to be abandoned. At a tremendous cost of dwarven lives, they cleared the tunnels leading to Calharol of all Darkspawn, making the road between Orzammar and the fortress safe again. Calharol was reclaimed for Orzammar once and for all. As promised, Voldric and Dworkin presented Orzammar's Shaperate with a stone marker that told of how Calharol's castles had taken up arms against the Darkspawn. The commander of the Grey was invited to Orzammar as a guest of honor at the feast commemorating the defenders of Calharol. The Shaper read the names of the castlists off to the Maker and presided over the ceremony to return them to stone, as befitted warriors of their stature. In time, the Arling began to forget the tales of apparitions in the Black Marsh, and ever so slowly settlers drifted into the region. Scholars said the veil was still thin and thus the area still dangerous, but people only cared that there was no longer frightening whispers in the shadows. The village was slowly rebuilt. Twice the Baroness's mansion was rebuilt and occupied, once by a wealthy merchant, and another time by an Orlesian mage. Both died mysteriously. Afterwards, the mansion was torn down completely and site left untouched. Anders remained with the Grey Wardens for a few years longer, training the Order's next generation of mages. But when the Circle Tower called him to deliver a lecture on nature of the Architect, much to the Templars' dismay, Anders told the Commander of Grey that his time with the Wardens was over. And yet, not 2 months later, Anders returned to the Order. Ever after, the Wardens were his home. The Wardens were his home and his lasting companions. After spending a number of years with the Wardens, Nathaniel realized that life was not for him. He said goodbye to his sister Delilah and his nephew, and left to seek his fortune. In time, the nephew became a Grey Warden himself, in emulation of Nathaniel, and rose to Warden Commander. He brought honor to Howe name once again. Not long after the Darkspawn threat was ended, Justice returned to Vigil's Keep and looked sadly into the sun. When one of the other Wardens asked what was amiss, he said simply, "I know what I must do." Kristoff's body slumped dead. If the spirit itself remains alive, it's not shown itself. Although Sigrun seemed intent on leaving for her calling, departing for the deep roads to finish what she started in Calharol, the Warden Commander had a knack for finding important and absolutely urgent things to occupy the dwarf. And so Sigrun delayed her long walk into the darkness for several decades, even though she never stopped cracking jokes about needing to throw herself at death. Algren continued to regale young Warden recruits with tales of his prowess in both battle and bed. His drinking games prompted at least one recruit to declare that she'd rather reattempt the joining than lift another mug. At the Warden Commander's urging, Ogren took a more active role in his child's life. He visited Felsi often and wrote letters. The Warden Commander graciously proofread nearly every week. As for the savior of Ferelden, he did not remain commander for the Grey long. The Darkspawn were no longer a real concern, the Blight, well, truly over. It was time for him to move on. Some claim the commander headed west into Orlias, chasing after the dark-haired sorceress who had fought alongside him during the Blight. Whether he found her or not, he certainly did not return to Vigil's Keep. Thanks for watching, folks. Stay tuned for other DLC. If I can click on the right fucking button, that'd be great. We will start with Witch Hunt. And then we will do probably the Golems of Amgarak. I believe those two will let us import Lug. And then we'll finish up with the Darkspawn Chronicles and Liliana's Song, which will probably be the least of my favorite. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying the LP. Stay tuned for more Dragon Age Origins. Still more to fucking come.